Welcome back, YouTube. We're picking up from where we left off last time, having just recovered from those sprains. We're gonna head out, and assuming it's not a blizzard, because it sounds like it might have just swapped to being a blizzard. Okay, this is not a blizzard. Good. We're gonna try deer hunting. We're gonna go out into the canyon, and we're gonna try to kill a deer. Maybe based on the wind condition, this isn't the best time to be deer hunting. But it should be at least a doable deer hunt. There's no predators out here, so I'm not having to worry too much about the torch blowing out. I think it's mostly just wind chill making our character cold here. That's going to be the real hazard. I know on Stalker there's usually 2 deers out here. On Interloper there may only be 1. Though I did see the one, so I'm pretty sure there's at least 1 out. The hardest thing about potentially hunting deer in this biome is if you're not careful, you can send the arrows into locations where you can't retrieve them from. Which is really the only hazard down here. Well, the only real major archery drawback down here is that it's easy to lose arrows. I'm not getting them back. Okay, there's the deer. The deer has noticed me.
Freezing.
That's fine, as long as I'm careful. The deer has nowhere to run. Well, I say nowhere. This is a pretty large nowhere. Alright, so this is a convenient situation. I've actually chased him into a dead end. Sort of an accident, but this means as long as I'm careful, he'll have to come back past me to get away from me. Where did the deer go? There's the deer. Ah, shot high. Hello. As you can see, I'm not necessarily the best at shooting moving targets. In a way, the bear the other day was a lucky shot. Alright, let's get the lantern out and find our arrows. One arrow, 2 arrow, the third one is in the deer. We got all 8 arrows, right? Yeah. So, all in all, not a bad hunt. Preliminary sightings, just there's probably only 1 deer out here.
It worked.
So that's probably the only deer I'll be able to get so easily. I'm probably going to at least 2 hours on that fire. How cold am I? I may want to throw more on the fire. I may want to throw more on the fire. We can see how many sticks grew on the fire. Let's... I have an odd number call. We'll make it even number call. That should probably be enough. You know, it's going to be one of those days where it's going to be an awkward angle to harvest the corpse. Yeah.
I'm not sure I can carry much more. Looks like a new day is dawning.
Oops, I meant to put 2 on there and only put 1 on there. Guess the food won't be cooked as efficiently as I intended. Oh well. And that's the deer hide. Nothing in my backpack. Oh, is it chilly out today? Probably don't need to go rabbit hunting. Let's not put the cooked next to the fresh, in case we don't get around to cooking all of it. Okay, and to get the last of the guts off. Oops. Let's not cook the partial right away. Let's cook the non-partials. Okay. While that's cooking, I'll go ahead and deposit the guts and the hide to the cave, and then we'll come back and finish the cooking. Okay, there's definitely some rabbits I can hunt here. I'm not gonna hunt the rabbits though. Because I don't think I need the rabbit goods off of them as far as crafting is concerned. And they're not a particularly great source of travel food or backup food. Oh, there is a second deer up here. So we may still be deer hunting after we finish processing this deer. So if the weather is still good after we finish the deer harvest, we'll try hunting the second deer. So I suppose this episode, as far as YouTube is concerned, is going to be the episode where we hunt deer with the bow. First long bow hunt, deer bow hunt. Leaving the episode 2 behind this. Stream's going pretty good. We've been...
Can't feel my hands.
Basically beginning the hunt. So, beginning the stream, we made the bow and arrow, and we've made a bunch of arrows. And basically, at this point in the stream, we're making use of those bows and arrows, and we've hunted a bear. We're hunting deer right now. If everything goes well after the deer, we might go back to hunting bear. Because we want 4 sets of probably deer hides to make up 2 bear coats. With the new added ptarmigans, the ptarmigans are probably a better source for bedding warmth, so we probably won't make a bare bedroll. We'll probably just upgrade the existing bedroll. Yeah, the stream's going well. Yeah, there's lots of different ways to play this game. I'm playing on Interloper, which is what used to be the hardest difficulty. They've now added, like, misery mode, which is basically designed to kill you after a certain while. Interloper is probably the hardest difficulty mode that's reasonable, that isn't a custom mode, as far as long-term near-permanent survival. The next difficulty down below that is Stalker, which is the difficulty where you have guns. So in this mode, the best weapon I have for... technically I can get a flare gun, which is, in some circumstances, better than the bow. But the best weapon I basically have most of the time that's renewable is the bow and arrow. Where in Stalker and below you have access to firearms. Looks like it's a bit windy in-game right now, which isn't, for what we're doing right now, is probably not going to be a problem. It will probably make our character get colder faster. It might become a problem once we've got the second deer down, because it might be hard to keep a fire going near the deer. And those are problems for after we've successfully put an arrow in the deer. Because until then, we don't need to worry about a fire that we are not going to be able to... we don't need yet. I did see a second deer, but I'm going to go find him again. And then I'm probably going to corner him in an area where he can't dodge, because I'm... in the game, I am not necessarily the best shot. So there's the deer. You know, I complain about not being a good shot, and then I promptly hit. I do think it is probably too windy, unless I can find a wind shelter somewhere for the fire. Which direction is the wind going? So the wind is going roughly that way, so if I sort of carefully back up from here, I can probably get a fire going in that spot right there. Oh, did the wind change direction? Or is this tree just not providing a good wind break? Maybe the tree's just not providing a good wind break. Yeah. As dangerous as this would probably be in real life, setting up a campfire right at the bottom of a tree.
Come on. Can't feel my feet. That did it.
How cold am I? Really cold. Let's throw at least another 5 sticks on that fire. That should hopefully get warm enough that I can start not freezing. Yeah. We're not going to be particularly warm next to this fire, but we'll be warm enough. Okay, it looks like the day's starting to warm up. The wind's calming down. Or both. Nice. I know what COD is. I know what Elden Ring is. Most of those are a little bit more high-paced than what I play. I can definitely understand the fun with playing those sort of games. So for people on YouTube that can't see the Twitch chat, that was someone chatting Twitch chat. I was replying to. This is mainly a survival game, so it's not wouldn't necessarily describe it like a Souls game. Sort of surviving Canada on permanent winter mode. And well, the Canadians live there, so it obviously can't be that hard. Yeah, I'm getting speed with it, so I'm just gonna speed up going through that cooking cycle. Let's put Venice on. Get the rest of the stuff off of the carcass. Seven minutes is enough to harvest local goods. Things like that, birch bark, sticks, and so on. Yeah, so the person in Twitch chat is asking I play other games as well.
I'm kind of thirsty.
I've played a couple of games on stream. So I've been playing, well, I think the fastest paced game I've played is Path of Exile on stream. So I've got a whole facebreaker build from Path of Exile up on YouTube now. And then the thing I played was Frostpunk 1, and there'll be Frostpunk 2 going up shortly. Those are the other games I've streamed / uploaded to YouTube that are recent. There was a big hiatus when I wasn't making stuff for YouTube, which is, I suppose if you go to YouTube, you can see some of the older stuff. Together. Apparently, in game, this is a surprisingly warm day, so we're not near the fire, and we're got enough warmth effects on us that we actually feel like it's only 1 degree out, 1 degree Celsius out. much time? 30 minutes? Harvest a couple branches in 30 minutes. Of course, I say I can harvest a couple branches, but that requires finding them. The limbs are a bit big for that amount of time. They'll take 45 to an hour. I'm not seeing any branches. We're getting a bit far away from our cooking project, so let's head back to the cooking project. Checking the time of day. It looks like mid-afternoon. That's probably why it's warm. This is really good weather for this point in the game. Of course, I'll find some branches on the way back. Where's that one? I don't necessarily have time to harvest the third one. Had I found them all quickly, I would have harvested 3 of them. Last of that meat on that fire. Let's make sure there's enough fuel in the fire to actually cook it. And the one thing I can do that I haven't done yet in this run is actually make fire-hardened arrows. So we do want a couple of fire-hardened arrows for hunting ptarmigans. We'll make up a batch of those. That has depleted our stick stockpile, which is a bit of a shame. But I think that will be good in the long run. Because that's probably the best thing to hunt ptarmigans with. While that's cooking, I think I have enough time to go drop these craft ingredients off to cure in the cave. And I saw a couple sticks, we'll probably pick up a couple sticks on the way back. So this is the guts from the last deer, so we'll put some more guts next to it. That's the hide from the last deer. So in 5 days we'll be able to come back here and get 4 sets of guts and 2 sets of deer hide. Which is about half the hides we need for a deer item, and more than enough guts for that deer item. That's one thing, if you're harvesting all of the guts, you tend to be way net positive on guts. Though you do use it for things that don't require any of the hides, so like fish and tackle for fishing and clothing repair, use guts for. Must stay inside a different route because I did not run into any sticks. Okay. So I'm going to pre-position these venison meat pits
kind of heavy.
Closer to the zone entry area, just so that when I want to come back to eat, I don't have to wander as deep in to get them. I got a question from the Twitch chat of do I plan to stream daily or do I go with a schedule? At the moment I'm kind of not necessarily particularly scheduled or daily. Sort of working around, well, working around work is probably a good way to describe it. So for the near future, I think I'm going to be free to stream Saturday, Sunday every week. Won't necessarily as we playing this game, but we'll probably be streaming every Saturday and Sunday. When during Saturday and Sunday, I'm not 100% sure. It depends upon things like sorting out laundry and stuff. And then as far as the weekdays right now, I think I'm free like every other weekday for a couple weeks, which means some streaming will happen, and those will probably be late in the afternoon, if not after dinner time. And probably those ones won't be as long as the weekend ones. But yeah, so not necessarily a planned schedule, because it's sort of flowing it by ear. I've got a rough schedule as far as getting the YouTube videos posted. So right now the plan with the YouTube videos is to have one go live at noon West Coast time, and one go live at 6 p.m. West Coast time every day. But the live Twitch streams are not necessarily as well planned. Got my pile of meat for the future. Go ahead and build the stomach up. I'm running a little low on water. And I know I'm low on fuel. That's the other thing we're low on right now. We don't have any sticks on us. So as I start to wind up for hunting that next bear, I'll have to gather more fuel. So I could probably get the important stuff off with 4 coal, because 4 coal is a little over 4 hours. So wandering back out into Mystery Lake. So we were in the canyon doing the bear hunt. Well, doing the deer hunt. Other than gathering fuel, I think we're pretty much ready to do a bear hunt to get the second bear hide for curing purposes. Though, obviously, we probably want to be looking for more fuel, and I'll look for fuel on the way over to where I know the bear is. Of course, following the railroad tracks right now is not the best source for fuel. Take my head over the side here, look to see if I can see the moose. So no moose up at the moment. We think we know from early in the run that the moose should be spawning in this area over here. But it's not up every day. Yeah, if you have gaming suggestions, open to gaming suggestions for when I finish playthroughs with current games. And the short answer to why I haven't upgraded the logo on this one on the YouTube channel is, well, I haven't put the effort in. And to be fair, I haven't been streaming that much. So I think I've mainly been streaming the last week or two. And then on YouTube, there was a big hiatus where I wasn't streaming, right? So not a lot of people actually watch what stuff I make. I think the rough time it takes to make the content that I'm making at the moment and the amount of time people spend watching it is about the same. Which is not necessarily a glowing endorsement to the watch rate. But it's also me playing games, so I'm basically just sharing the games I'm playing. Which is maybe one of the reasons when the logos aren't super great, is that obviously I haven't put the effort in making them, and I don't have a good idea what I would want to do for the logo. Thanks for that, but if you're a visual artist, I'd want to pay you, and I don't have the money for that. Okay, there's a wolf in the distance, in the fog. We're going to try to avoid the wolf. He's noticed me. He's not necessarily in my way right now, but he is going to prevent me from just lazily going around collecting sticklers I want. What are you doing here? Yeah. Yeah, don't necessarily have a super public Discord at the moment either, so. Did I lose the wolf? Might have lost the wolf. I was expecting him to follow me all the way to the cabins. I'll continue heading toward the cabins, because docking into one of the cabins is a good way to lose the wolf. The wolf's still stalking me. Might have lost him in the fog. I mean, that reclaimed wood. Could burn it, but it's probably at this point better to save for making snares. But I'm not going to haul it back to where I want to make the snare right now. Okay. Probably been in the building now long enough that if there was a wolf still stalking me, it would have wandered off. And that reminds me, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a YouTube cut in here. So, see YouTube, there'll be another video up tomorrow on YouTube, and for Twitch, I'm just going to stop the YouTube recording and restart the YouTube recording. See YouTube in a bit.